Welcome to Harry's Hook. I am a journalist, big fan of boxing. I've written published articles on it. I also train and spar. We are on the verge of a gargantuan rematch between undisputed light heavyweight champion Artur Beterbiev and former champion Dmitry Bivol.
I don't have any messages. I'm not a postman.
We can expect Beterbiev versus Bivol 2 will again showcase elite skills and iron wills. But there are some very different dynamics at play as we approach their second battle. Let's start with Beterbiev's knee. Now, he tore his meniscus while training for the first fight. It was originally set for June, then got postponed to October, when we did actually get the bout. Now, we weren't privy to the severity of the tear, but we do know that he had to get surgery to repair it. However, in the ring on fight night, he didn't appear hobbled. He was doing his L steps, lunge attacks. It didn't look like his movement was hampered, but we did see Beterbiev get a bit winded at times, and that could very well mean that he had to hold back his full arsenal. Now, maybe that's just because of how challenging it was battling Bivol, or maybe due to his age. Or, as I said in my post-fight analysis, it's quite possible that the knee injury impacted his ability to do road work and some other cardio training, thus reducing his gas tank. If his stamina is even better in this fight, perhaps just marginally, that could make a real difference. Beterbiev's knockout streak, it's dead. He was 20-0 with 20 knockouts heading into his previous bout with Bivol. He stopped or knocked out every man who stepped in the ring with him as a pro, until he fought Dmitry. The end of the streak can actually help both boxers though. The silver lining for Beterbiev here is that if there was any pressure placed on him, whether he did it to himself or others did so, that's alleviated. But what does this mean for Bivol, the man who ended the streak? Well, back in October, if he was just there to run and survive, hightail it around, this wouldn't mean all that much. But that's not how Bivol fought. He was there to win. He included plenty of stick along with the move. In fact, in some moments, he may have been a bit too aggressive. His defense, gas tank, and durability held up, allowing him to hear the final bell. That's obviously meaningful in a literal, physical way, that his body could handle 12 rounds with Beterbiev. But it's also important for his mentality, knowing that he has the physical and mental toughness to deal with Beterbiev's pressure and not crumble. He had to believe that heading into the first bout. Now he knows it. But let's also talk about what Beterbiev knows. While he wasn't able to drop Dmitry or severely hurt him, at times a clean power jab was all it took to force Bivol to cover up and get on his bicycle, allowing Beterbiev to seize the initiative. This happened in the 7th round, though Beterbiev's left shoulder was loaded up. However, it was just a solid jab that kicked off Beterbiev's big rally in the 11th. Artur knows, even though Bivol displayed excellent defense and durability, with the power he still has, a jab is all it takes to flip around and possibly turn the fight. This next one is more opaque, speculative, whatever. I'm going to mention it. Ekaterina Bivol.
I call it the ex-wife.
History shows us that a fighter's personal life can affect their performance in the ring for better or for worse. For worse can be pretty obvious, whether we're talking legal troubles, addiction, personal strife. But for better is actually exemplified by perhaps the greatest upset in boxing history. Buster Douglas lost his mother, who was his rock, 23 days before he fought Mike Tyson. He's talked about the importance of her belief in his ability to win and how he wanted to prove her right. Plus, at that point for Buster, his heart, his spirit was ripped from him. Tyson could only inflict physical damage, and at that point for Buster, that wasn't much to fear. Anyway, back to the point. There was a lot of brewing, bubbling, boiling tea between Bivol and his ex-wife, leading into Beterbiev versus Bivol 1. Calm down, wait. I'm not saying that's why he lost, okay? I'm just saying it couldn't have helped. I haven't heard about as much drama up until this point. Doesn't mean it's not happening behind the scenes. Or maybe there's, an armistice of some kind between the two of them. I don't know. But the ex-wife, the personal life, it's a wild card, and it can change the dynamic. Lastly, grab your bathrobe, your slippers, your black coffee and bacon. You know we gotta talk about it. Father Time. On the one hand, their battle happened only 4 months ago. It's a reach to say Father Time will make the rematch any different. On the other hand, Beterbiev will be 40 when they fight. Now, he's taken great care of his body, and it shows with how well he performs when most other boxers at this age are long past their expiration date in the sport. But even a slight decay in his athleticism could have a big impact against a boxer like Bivol. The margins are too slim. Remember, the first bout ended in a majority decision. It was very close. Artur Beterbiev is a force of nature. I don't have strong reasons to think that age will really affect him more in this fight than it did in the first. But I do feel it's worth mentioning because, as we know, with Father Time, it's always a matter of when, not if. And really, with the sirens, I'm at the end. I'm at the end of recording. It's late at night, please. Sake. And that right there is Harry's hook. Let me know what you think in the comments, and be sure to check out my What We Learned post-fight analysis on Beterbiev vs. Bivol 1. Also keep an eye out for my Beterbiev vs. Bivol 2 preview and prediction. All right. Oh, did I just throw some shit in my water?